If there's one thing everybody on Earth has in common, it's getting infuriated at stuff that you probably shouldn't be getting infuriated at. And sharp, painful boogers. So I guess if everybody has two things in common, that's one of them. Anyway, we're taking a look today at r/mildly infuriating. And it's about stuff that probably shouldn't make you mad, but is going to. If you're anything like me, it's probably going to. So let's get to it. The way my 17-year-old brother texts are just going by self. I don't have anyone to go with me. Our drive. Huh? Are driving there. Like, what's wrong with him, though? Why doesn't he use more words? He's worse than Kevin from The Office.
Why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick.
Convey more information. I feel like it would have been less effort to put the box down normally. Dude, yes. See, this is more than mildly infuriating for me. This puts me straight at a 10. I don't understand this. There's no reason to be throwing people's stuff around like this. It's not easier. I guess it kept him from bending over. Maybe his back hurts, but hey, call in. You don't get to do this job today if you're going to be dumping people's boxes in their porch like that. I don't get it. I've worked at FedEx more than once. I've never felt compelled to toss anybody's shit around like this. It is so aggravating seeing camera ring, doorbell camera ring door footage. What is it called? Tried going on a walk with my daughter who's in a wheelchair. Yeah, I could see where that would be a really big bummer. Honestly, I feel like it's more the fault of whoever didn't put those blocks, those parking blocks. While, yeah, you should probably think my bumper should stop there, I don't know. This one, I feel like I don't put as much blame on the driver as I would like to, but I get why that would be a pretty big bummer. They are blocking the sidewalk. I trimmed my eyebrows with a trimmer and 5mm guard. Guess who forgot to put on the guard last night? Oh no. Oh no. Is that mildly infuriating or is that just a real big bummer? You know, it's definitely messed up, but it's not as bad as it being gone. You still have an eyebrow and it just looks like something happened. It's really fine. You know, people are going to see it, but it's not having an eyebrow at all would be exponentially such a bigger deal. This isn't so bad. It looks, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For some reason, that doesn't look that bad to me. That could have been way worse, I think. About to start a 9.5-hour flight. And then, what am I looking at? Is my brain broken? Is that a tentacle coming out of her dress? What is that? It looks like a really flabby tentacle. And like there's a fold. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a foot! Dude! My brain could not process that. I thought it was a tentacle. This looks like a fold. I guess it's a hand, but it looks like a fold of skin. And then this just looks like flabby skin. And then it gets thinner as it goes down and presses up against the back of the chair. And like that's the end of the tent. That's a fucking foot. That's a big old foot, bro. Barefoot. Barefoot on a plane? 9.5 hours? Man, dude, there's not much worse than getting stuck in a situation on an airplane around people you don't want to be around. Because it's also a very sensitive place to be. I think under any other circumstances, I would have gotten into a fight on my way back, my last flight back from the States to Australia. The dude in front of me, I think if I had not been on a plane trying to come back to Australia, it probably would have resulted in a physical confrontation. But you're stuck there. And if I get into a fight, I probably don't get to come back in Australia and then my whole life gets turned upside down. Everything's so much more sensitive on a plane. You have to be real sure before you engage in any kind of confrontation, even if it's not going to be a big deal. Even if it shouldn't be a big deal, it could be, depending on who you're dealing with. Because it's so aggravating. And on the flip side, it's so nice when you get sat around people that get it. Some people get it and some people don't. And when you're around people that get it, especially on an airplane, it's so nice. It's wonderful. Look, if you want to kick the shoes off, all right, but you gotta have a sock on. You can't be pointing your soles at your plane neighbor. That's just not acceptable behavior. Girlfriend's brother house set for us over the weekend. This is what he's been doing with any food he hasn't finished eating. Why though? Why? What is the thought process? First of all, that's a lot of food you didn't eat. It's a whole lot of food you didn't eat. Second of all, why? Flush it. That's what I've always done with cereal I didn't finish, which isn't often. I almost always finish cereal and did it more when I was younger. I don't eat cereal much these days, but we used to just flush cereal down the toilet when we didn't need it. Which is also maybe weird. This is actually pretty mildly infuriating. Hard to say for some reason. Mildly infuriating. I have to really focus on saying those words in that order to say them right. McDonald's rewards very generously its employees. I'll tell you something that's mildly infuriating is the wording of the caption. Before I even get to what's going on here, I'm already kind of pissed off. So I guess it's only going to get worse from here. Announcing recognition for our longtime employees. We would like to recognize our 10, 15, 25, and 30-year employees for their hard work, dedication, and contributions to the success of our company. I am pleased to let you know we have 27 employees that qualify as of 2021. In appreciation, you will be rewarded as you reach service milestones in your career. 10 years, $100. 15 years, 150, 20 years, 200, 25 years, 250. If you work for McDonald's for 30 years, you get a $300 bonus. And time's ticking, so you better go apply because you're not going to be young forever. 30 years is a long time. Man, that's pretty insane, especially to be McDonald's. To be McDonald's and have, I mean, pretty much infinite money. Can we just be honest about it? They probably have basically infinite money, which I don't guess I know what I think would be reasonable. $1,000 for 10 years still seems crazy. $100 a year, you know what I mean? Like, it's still, I don't guess I know what, I think just don't bother. I think probably don't bother. If I work at McDonald's for 30 years and they hand me an envelope with $300 in, I'll probably just say, you know what? Why don't you just keep it? You need it more than I do. I've been working at McDonald's for 30 years, all right? I planted a pineapple top and this is the fruit it made, okay? I don't understand. Are people going to be upset about the nails? What is the thing that is, I mean, like, just because, like, obviously, this is mildly infuriating. I'm wildly impressed, to be honest. I don't know if I should post it here or mildly interesting, but I was a little let down that this one was so small, even though it's cute. I think all that's mildly infuriating about this is that they posted it at all. What was supposed to happen? I planted a seed and it grew the thing that was in the seed. And that pisses me off a lot. How our meal prep kit arrived a week late with hot raw meat inside. That has to be a joke. Actually, though, you know what? It might not be. When I moved to Australia, I shipped 2 different boxes here and they looked like by the time they got it, I put them in that thick cardboard that's like kind of hard to bend, like sturdy boxes. Taped them up real good. They were secure, right? And you would think, I'm going to leave them at the post office. They're going to get moved onto a truck, taken to a plane. You know what I mean? Like, it's all very straightforward stuff. When I got here, the boxes were here. It looked like someone tied a rope around the box and dragged it through the ocean. Like, it looks like they got it here by ship and dragged it through the entire ocean, all the way between the United States and Australia. It was unrecognizable. The ink in the cardboard was smeared like it had been wet. I mean, legitimately, it looked like it'd been dragged through the ocean. And I don't even understand how. But again, I've been behind the scenes. I know how this works. You just move in boxes from one container to another until it winds up on the truck that's taking it to its destination. So how does it get beat up like this? I know that there's a sorter, but is there a waterfall? Did it go through a waterfall at some point? I'm genuinely asking. So on one hand, this seems like it must be a joke, but on another hand, I get it. It must be in Australia. I'll tell you that, because Australia Post is awful. And I'll probably talk about it many more times in the life of this channel, because I hate the Australia Post. That's pretty gross, though. Guy I know criticized the video game I was playing because it was unrealistic, okay? I was at a local game store that I hang out at regularly, and I was playing Subnautica. A guy who was there had never seen it before and was asking me about it, so I was explaining it to him. He starts talking about water pressure, and I get out of my submarine, and he starts talking about how it's unrealistic to be swimming at 300 meters underwater, and I should be dead. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. There's people that do deep dives. I don't know how deep they go. I haven't looked into it or anything. But also, hey man, it doesn't matter. One time in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I had a cheat code for any gun I wanted and infinite ammo. And I holed up in a parking garage. And I kept shooting rockets at helicopters and throwing grenades at cop cars. And I got up to 5 stars, and I did it for probably 2 hours before I got bored with it and let him kill me. That's not realistic. I don't know what the point of that is, actually. I guess it's just a story. A little story for that ass. My restaurant grilled cheese with tomato and bacon. Did they literally just drop the cheese on the grill and then throw it in the sandwich? This posted 5 times in the elevator of my hotel. Attention, in the event that the elevator stops or something feels strange, please contact front desk by phone. We will be able to reset and get you out very quickly. Well, funny thing about elevators is I've never been in one where my phone works. So also that's pretty unsettling. What do you do there? Do you take the stairs? stairs or do you risk it? Does it depend on how many floors you've got to go? I'm probably not getting on that elevator. I think there's not much more I think would drive me insane than being stuck on an elevator. Something about being out of control in that way, just there indefinitely. Because I don't think I've ever heard a story of someone being stuck in an elevator for 10 minutes. It's always hours. It always takes them hours to get you out, which is weird. Don't know why. Don't know why it has to take hours every time. I've pried open elevator doors with just my hands. So get me out. get me out quicker. So yeah, hopefully it never happens. I probably would not risk it. If there's a sign on the elevator going, hey, look, this has happened enough times that we need to leave a sign, I'll take the stairs. My Band-Aid strip is missing a hole and I don't know where else to post it, but it is making me uncomfortable and slightly mad. I think this is exactly what this Reddit subreddit was created for. Cause why? How did that happen? It's not a big deal. Doesn't matter. I've never seen a Band-Aid that looks like that. If we can just be honest with each other for a minute. I feel like I can be honest. I've never seen a Band-Aid. Oh, there's another picture. Oh, good. Okay, thanks. I didn't really understand the full context, but then the second picture's here and now I get it. Now I'm properly mildly infuriated. Amazon at its finest. Subtotal $34.99. Add 1 cent of eligible items to qualify for free shipping. I feel like that would be kind of a fun challenge. Could you find something on Amazon for 1 penny? I don't even know how to do that, actually. You can't, I don't think you can search something by price. What do we think would be a penny that they'd sell me one of? A penny? Wait, I'm in Australia. They don't do pennies here. Oh, there's $0. Let's Google it. Is there anything on Amazon that costs 1 penny? 1 cent items. And it's exclusively things that cost more than 1 cent. That's a strange way for Google to behave. The clerk at the grocery store put my Godiva chocolate chips in the same bag as my hot rotisserie chicken. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. You gotta not do that. You gotta do better than that. You gotta not do that. Come on. Come on, man. Sun destroyed monitor after 1 day. And there's a crack in the bottom of it. Well, that sucks, bud. Guess you better learn how to play solitaire. I hope you got phone games you like that don't stress you out and make you mad. I've had many low ballers, but this is the worst one yet. So it's a Dell gaming laptop with a 4070. That's a pricey one. I don't see what they wanted for it though. All right, is this available? I can do 1,000, and they put the $sign after. Sorry, that's way too low. I can come now for 1,000 cash. Oh well, if you can do it now, please stop contacting me with offers. I am firm on my 1,700, and I'm not budging. If you can do that, I can meet you today. But otherwise, please stop. For how much? For $1,000. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when someone can haggle. When someone really knows the art, the art of barter, the barter art. Bart, you gotta really appreciate that. A friend from Canada was visiting EU, so I asked if he could bring me the Canadian maple syrup. Got the fake original Canadian maple taste. I don't get it. I guess I would have to know what that's about to get it. No way. People that set up in front of the only beach entrance. No way, bro. Come on. You can see here. There's no way they did that. Are you kidding me? God, what do you do there? That's more than mildly infuriating. That's ridiculous, dude. People's inability to think past here sometimes just never ceases to amaze me. My caramel has no caramel. The fuck is this? I would be devastated because caramel is like one of my favorite things. Also though, is it not in the middle of each nugget? Oh, that's just milk. It's just milk chocolate. That's a bummer. I needed lemon juice. He just dumped 4,000 lime juices on top of the lemon juice. Ordered a monitor online and it got damaged in the post. Yet again, I just don't get it. I don't understand. I'll never understand. And also, the nerve to still deliver it. You see it. You see it. Like whoever did it knows they did it, first of all. Second of all, several people saw this before it got to the person that bought it. And no one thought, let's do something about this. I don't know. What do you do? I guess I don't know what you do. Maybe you have to get it to the person so that they can then initiate process. But still, that's so frustrating. And waiting on a monitor, especially. Like when you're waiting on a monitor, you're waiting on that monitor. You probably need that monitor. Oh, that's such a bummer. People who say long story short, but they're lying. I used to know a guy, and he would tell the long story, and then at the end of the long story, he'd go, so long story short, and summarize it. Hey, why did you tell me the long story? You asshole. You fat asshole. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up here. Hopefully you're not too mildly infuriated, and that nothing in this video upset you too much. Like right now, I'm sure there's nothing going on that would infuriate anybody to any degree. I just want everybody to feel relaxed and enjoy themselves. So I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.